Hi, just thought we'd have a look at refining some of these shapes using layer styles in Photoshop. I've sort of traced over the shapes here and made this shape. So using the layer styles, you double click on the layer obviously, go in. What I like to do is rather than trying to mimic the colors exactly you want in a gradient, just get a black and white gradient over your base color. So I've got the base pink there. And then set that to overlay. This might be what you're doing already. And then that'll enable you to get a different sort of effect. Like, this might not be what you want to achieve, so you can try out other different of the blend modes. But they normally have nice sort of things occur, obviously, apart from saturation and hue, which just make it black, grey. So this obviously isn't giving us the sort of range we really want here. So you might have to play with what's going on here. To stretch it out. Okay, that's probably not giving you the sort of effect you still want, but anyway, what's worth remembering is you can add multiple gradient overlays. So I can add another one on top. It's the same thing, it's copied straight away. And I can fade that out, move the other one back. So yeah, that's, it's not really that helpful, is it? Sorry. What's nice though is to sort of have an idea of an imaginary light source. So here you've added a bevel along the top, which would suggest that the light is hitting it from underneath. Okay, so you can always use an inner shadow. It's quite nice to use an inner shadow to create the light. I'm not going to click global light here. I'm going to imagine the light's coming from underneath. Again, I'm going to try set that to overlay. So you can see that the light's hitting it from underneath, which isn't unusual. It's unusual because obviously we're used to the light coming from the sky because of the sun. But we'll just go with that. What's also nice is always to have a little inner glow. You can make that a dark inner glow like I have here. I've set it to black with overlay. You can just get a nice bit of sort of simulated light interactions as if it was a sort of perspex or a glass or something. Could be nice. So now I think that this original gradient overlay is a little it's a little heavy-handed. So I'm just going to reduce that so that we get some more of this black back because it's a bit too much, a bit too dark. Get all those purples and things in there, which is quite nice. I feel that's kind of interesting. I think it needs some sort of inner refraction from the top, maybe. So I might apply another inner shadow. Got another one here. What does that do? Okay, that is coming in from the top. Make that white again. Set it to overlay. Oh, soft light by mistake. I'm going to reduce the choke, which makes it softer. So replicate that again, boom, and make it even smaller. So now if that was on a black background, you could start to see the edge getting picked out. It's not subtle enough. You need it to be obviously more subtle than that. Then obviously there's the layer of glints. So just using a brush with white on it, you can just make a little glint, okay? Boom, like that. Squash it. And set that again to overlay on another layer. Oops. So now that is almost transparent, but you can see that that can provide a certain amount of light interactions inside your glowy bar, which makes it feel like, you know, there's light bouncing around inside it, which is nice, kind of magical. You can obviously add little sparkles and twinkles. You can do a sparkly twinkle layer. So yeah, good to group your glints. Glint. If you're doing a sparkly twinkle layer, then again, I'm going to shrink these down. And get some variance in there. I mean, it might not be what you were after for your game at all. But then you can have a potentially like a moving texture with these on, a material or something that has these twinkles on. When things power up, it's always nice to have an effect. Well, you get the idea. Something to play with. All right, I hope this helps.